Ken, you want to give us a little bit of a starting point here?
Well, I think we need to take care of some of the housekeeping stuff first, and that is how often do we want to meet? And because I don't want to interfere with anybody else's life, like family plans, other things for guild events and things like that that people have to plan for their games and stuff. So to me, I was thinking every 2 weeks or once a month. It's up to you guys to put to a vote because you're the players. This is your adventure. I'm just here to referee.
Every 2 weeks sounds good.
Well, I have no life, so we could go every week if you wanted to.
I sort of like the idea of every 2 weeks because then that gives us a Saturday free to do things with family if we need to, and might mean less canceling of game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do every 2 to 3. I definitely cannot do every week.
Yeah, I would like to do 2 weeks too, because I've learned from my own game that you probably about 1 out of 3 get canceled for one reason or another, and if you cancel it and lose an entire month, that's a long time.
Okay.
Uh,
Gussie, your feeling?
well, I have another campaign, which Warwick's mom is in, and we meet sort of once a month. But what you just said about, we just had one last week that was canceled. So 2 weeks is okay, but I may be the most likely one to need to cancel or, bump it from a Saturday to a Sunday or something like that. But I would like to do 2 weeks because I've really been missing out, and 1 month is a long time between sessions because you kind of forget what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with caveat that I'm likely to, need to ask to reschedule some, but yes, 2 weeks is good.
Are we thinking of doing it on Saturdays?
For me,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's basically the only day we have.
Okay.
yeah, because Sundays we have another commitment at this time, and during the week with work and everything, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it earlier than this time, but Saturday is great for me.
This is a perfect time for me to start. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good time slot for us. All right, so it sounds like every other Saturday, Ken.
Okay. Time slot is the next thing. Is this comfortable with everybody? And how long would you like to run?
This time slot works for me. I could do 2 to 3 hours.
Ditto.
Longer if we have a break.
Yeah, in my campaign, we started out as 2 hours, and that was too short. So we went to 3 hours.
Yeah, I think 3 would probably be perfect. That gives us, and then if we need to go a little bit long because we're in the middle of something, that also gives us the wiggle room to do that.
I would agree. I would have that wiggle room because 7:30 is a raid on Saturdays for me. So enough time to get something to eat in between the two, and I'll be good.
That's my thoughts as well. Get something to eat and get some stuff done before New Braid on Saturdays.
Yeah, I go to New Braid as soon as that other raid is done.
Is it okay with you, Malachi? Because I know that you had something going on in the morning, is why I had to push it back a half hour. Is that still good with you, or do you need it pushed back a little further?
This is definitely the earliest I can do. I think most times I should be able to get back home all right. Today's a little bit of an exception because like I literally got home at 2 in the morning last night from Florida and with nothing in my fridge, so had to run
Understood.
out and grab lunch.
I hope you enjoyed your Florida trip.
That was good. It was
Florida is something you
little bit
endure.
weird. We were doing a cruise to the Bahamas and back, which was really nice. Except we were doing a Tai Chi workshop, so while everybody else went off the ship, it was just really nice because the ship wasn't quite so crowded and noisy.
Cool.
Now
Like
we will.
cruises, we went on one, but not going to do it for a while.
Okay, now we're going to get into more in detailed stuff. How do you guys want to set up your characters? You can have it where you roll dice for every attribute. You can point assign, and then I think it's standardization.
Standard array.
Standard array.
Standard
Yeah.
array.
Standard array. Sorry.
I kind of vote toward that one.
I kind of already did.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
set
Yeah, I
ours up
already did.
based on standard array already, and then figured that if we had to change it, we could back up and edit the sheet.
Yeah, I set mine up as in the point buy system, but standard array is fine too.
Okay.
I
I did
actually
not set mine up
compared
yet
what
that
I
way.
picked between point buy and standard array, and they came out exactly the same, so it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't come out with the same number of points or same number of attributes. What I don't like about rolling for it is that some people might get a really great character and some people might get a really horrible character. And then
I
you
would
Okay.
end up with the horrible character because dice hate me.
Yeah.
So we'll
Me
go
too.
ahead and we will set up as standard array. And then the other thing is, do you guys want to start with the equipment that's assigned to you, or do you want to get the gold that is assigned to your character based on what you selected for individual things and classes?
So I went with the items that are assigned to you. I figured in the event that you wanted to do something different, we could always clear that out and then, buy or do whatever. So it's up to you guys.
Yeah, I did that as well.
Honestly, unless you're going to give us the option for a magical item right off the bat, what I would buy is the same thing that I got in the standard pick, so it wouldn't be any different for me.
Right. I'm going to say if you get a magical item, which you may or may not get during some of these adventures, I would leave it as just what you start with. But it's up to you. You're the characters. You're playing. I'm just a referee.
Like I said, I'm fine with the gear that we start with.
Yep, I'm also fine with starting gear.
Any objections?
Nope, that's fine.
Okay. Let's see. What next would be, how did you guys all meet as a party?
I guess that sort of depends on how the adventure is going to start. Are we going to, is it going to be like, do we all go to one location and that's where we pick up our first mission? Or, yeah, I don't know how you want to start the adventure to sort of figure out how we want to meet.
I believe that the adventure starts with you guys getting to this small town. So I remember that, and then from there, it's kind of like a open world MMO. You do what you want to do when you want to do it, and you move around. In other words, it's not like trying to think of it as the best. Like it's like if you ever played the Elder Scrolls, you can start in any zone you want to for the class story. That's the way this missions are set up in this particular game or campaign. Am I confusing everybody?
No, I'm just trying to. So, my character is a traveler by nature. So it's possible that she would have met up with other members of the group prior to this. it's up to you guys if we all want to know each other ahead of time or meet in town.
Since
Yeah,
you're all
the-
starting at level 1, what would you think the best idea is at that level?
Well, I was probably living on the street and
In a
Kinda.
box down by the
yep,
van
in a
that's parked by the river?
in a cardboard box. Uh, I'm would kind of be on the lam, very kind of paranoid. So I could meet anywhere, I guess.
Would
Anybody else have
you?
thought?
Sorry. Meeting at a tavern works for me because I could be performing there, or you could be walking down a street and see someone singing or performing, playing his bagpipes, just for change.
Yeah. You could be also on the street with a hat out. What is that called? There's a word for that.
Busking.
Busking.
Okay. What alignment are you guys all striving toward in your life?
So I don't like playing anything that's truly evil. I don't like being a mean, cruel character. So I went with neutral good, sort of ends justify the means, which tends to be what I default to, as long as that's okay with everybody.
Lawful good here.
Yeah. I tend to always play chaotic good.
I think I went chaotic good.
And I know Kojak went neutral good. He's sort of distracted at the moment.
So you're all basically leaning
I'm
towards the
listening.
good side, whether you want to be chaotic about it or just
Right.
you central about it, which is I feel neutral good as more out for yourself rather than others, without stepping on others.
Yeah, I play chaotic good because as a person, I'm pretty chaotic, as you might know.
Does anybody need to reevaluate their characters and redo anything other than DP?
I just changed mine to standard array.
All right, sounds good.
Which
I just updated mine as well.
the numbers aren't nearly as good as they were before, but they're good enough.
Are you able to work with it for the character class that you chose, or do you need to choose
Oh
something
yeah,
different?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys all selected where you're coming from as a person, whether you're coming from a rich household trying to strike it out on your own, or are you coming from the streets like DP is?
I have, yes.
Yeah. I wrote a backstory.
Yeah, same.
I haven't written the backstory, but my character travels just to travel. She is trained as a cleric and just found that stifling and had to leave, so that's what she did.
Do you have a particular god in mind?
Still trying to sort that out because I went Twilight Domain, and there isn't a lot of deities that sort of fit in that gray area. Which also fits with the neutral good. Not evil, not mean, not cruel, just very ends justifies the means.
Okay. This particular campaign, I believe, is taking place to a village that is east of the city of Neverwinter. To start out, just so you know where you are in comparison to the what world is this again? I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Faerun
There you go.
or the Sword Coast.
Right. if anybody speaks languages other than the race and I guess the common tongue, if you guys can put that down in the special notes or public notes so that I would see if I have to send people private messages that only they can understand.
Where's the public notes?
Yeah, they should be on
Oh,
our
maybe that's
character
only
sheet.
available. I wonder. You see, okay.
Is that
Can you
something on
open up
D&D Beyond or?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
D&D Beyond in the center of the campaign where you can see what it's listed about. It's called Content Management. If you click under that, there are public notes that you guys should be able to see, and then private DM notes that I have.
I didn't know there was DM notes in your character sheet.
No, it's not on yours. It's in a thing for my campaign.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, when I click on the campaign, all I get is there's just a short description, and I see 3 characters listed there.
Yeah, I'm
It
not
should be-
seeing any place to put notes in there.
Okay, never mind. Then I'll figure it out then. Maybe it's just for the DM. Yeah, okay. DM notes public. It's all the way down at the bottom. It's just for me.
It's the control, Kramer.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
used to all that.
I know I have seen that, but that's probably because I have a campaign.
You only see 3 characters in there. You don't see all 5 of them.
Nope.
That's weird.
Which characters are missing which characters do you see?
I don't
I see my
see-
own, I see Eric's, and I see work.
I see all 5.
You might have to refresh.
Yeah, so you're not seeing Dan Kinia and Ice Shadow's characters. I was getting ready to call you Kinney's husband, but I don't think that'd be right.
It's a fact.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a
even when I
descriptor.
refresh, I don't see it.
Corrigus.
hang on a second.
Oh, a Goliath barbarian. I like it.
When
I
you guys
see
Kind
do
five.
of on the fence between a barbarian and a paladin, and yeah, I looked at Goliath and went, "Okay, that has potential."
Yeah.
did you guys all go with a assigned amount of hit points, or did you go with you had to roll for them?
I went
So-
with assigned.
I went with assigned because my dice hate me.
Yeah, I went with whatever
Same with that too.
happened.
I just want to make sure everybody's using the same thing so that, if somebody isn't, they can go back to assigned and get whatever everyone else is using. That's all.
Yeah, that just gives you the average, which I like because dice hate me too. And besides, as a dungeon master, I always wanted people to roll whatever they're rolling publicly, so there's no doubt. Not that I don't trust you all.
I didn't realize my walking speed was only 20 feet. Why is my walking speed only 20 feet?
You're a little person.
You must be short.
Yeah.
I thought I picked medium.
Well, what race are you?
Asimar?
Are they small?
Well, let me pick. It says you are medium or small. You choose the size when you select the race, and I selected medium. And then it says your walking speed is 30 feet, but in the actual character sheet, it says my walking speed is 20 feet.
Sounds like it reset to some sort of default that was wrong.
Is it shorter because you're wearing heavy armor?
That shouldn't matter. Can you
And
fly?
That
get
shouldn't
tired
matter.
quicker? It shouldn't. Okay.
Do Asimers fly?
Eventually.
Yeah, 20 doesn't sound right, but there are some races that have a walking speed of 20 and a flying speed of 30.
Yeah,
And
if
they
I had
don't-
picked small, I would have expected the walking speed of 20, but I picked medium for a reason.
Yeah. It's almost certainly because you're Asimer, but I don't know why.
Yeah,
Was
it's
everybody able to pick the race and class that they wanted?
Yep.
yep.
I'm just making sure because otherwise I'd go out and get the book that you need to get the racing class that you need to be. Not sure what else gets covered in Session Zero. This is my first one.
Oh, it looks like I can override the walking speed, so let me fix it.
Yeah, I looked it up and it says it should be 30 feet. Well, other good things to talk about are things like, what do we do if someone feels uncomfortable? What happens if someone can't make a session? Such things as that.
So my thought is, if the campaign gets into a topic or a conversation that makes anyone feel uncomfortable, we should all feel comfortable enough saying, hold up, this doesn't feel right. But also, all of us being adults, I don't know that we're going to necessarily get into that type of situation.
Well, there's some D&D campaigns that ended up with torture or rape or something as a theme.
I'm
And
certainly
that's-
not going to introduce that
Yeah.
stuff by myself, but if you
Right.
guys want to roll into it, you might find yourself getting your neck sliced while you're doing it
Yeah, and
by a random creature.
that can trigger someone. It could.
Well,
it could
nobody
be
here is playing anything even remotely evil. So,
right.
Exactly.
but yeah, it is a good point. So we are all adults and able to say, let's put the brakes on this. It's kind of like when New Braid's going on and somebody brings up religion or politics or something. Like, let's pump that brakes and not go
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
I really don't
This
want
is a
to.
dark alley. Let's back out now.
I don't want anything discussed religion-wise or politics-wise unless the religion happens to be D&D related and you're talking about your relationship with the deity of your choice in the game.
Right.
Or the politics, a fictional town's political climate. We've had D&D groups before that have been, I mean, not like controlling or anything like that, but there's a situation that we come into that completely fictional, not allegorical. I think probably none of us are going to even be concerned about that kind of crap.
Yeah, and by its nature, things that trigger people can be almost anything. So
Yeah, it's just a matter of, if anybody feels uncomfortable, feel free to say something,
right.
and we can do. It's like a choose your own adventure book back in the 80s. I always had like all my fingers holding spots in previous pages if I didn't like the direction it was going. So yeah, just feel free to say, hey, let's go down this other street. Turn left instead of right, that kind of thing.
Right. And I've played with all of you before, and I don't think there's going to be any problems. But
It is a good thing to bring up, though, just to make
Yeah.
sure that the group itself, because like you said, we're not fast and true friends all the way through. So there's probably going to be some moments where what are you doing that for? I don't
Yeah.
know. It's what my character would do. Well, you've got to be able to bring up situations that do, trigger, make you feel uncomfortable, anything like that.
Yeah, and I do know that dad jokes are triggering for some people. But
I should bring up though, because I am playing a bard, and they do have a certain reputation. He is a bit of a flirt, and he can have crushes a lot, but his are very like 14-year-old, as their parents would consider age appropriate behavior. So, if he would be over the moon if someone like kisses him on the cheek, that and holding hands, like that is his idea of falling for somebody, you
Yeah.
know,
I
and
was gonna,
that's yeah. So if he starts feeling like he's following someone around, or winking at them or stuff like that, a couple of kisses behind the bar is really as far as he's going to go, and as far as he wants to go with any NPC.
Well, frankly, I would really enjoy it if you were to seduce a dragon, though.
Maybe when he hits level 20.
Okay, donkey.
but I just, in one thing is, I do want to make sure that everyone's clear that we're not going to get into sexual orientation or gender identity in this. It's just going to play it like your characters would play.
Right. I agree with that.
Sounds good.
Anybody else have anything that they want to talk about?
Nothing comes to mind.
We need to.
Yeah, I don't
So
think so.
I have not used Roll20 in years, so we'll need to figure out how to get the characters into Roll20, right?
Oh, are we using
Yeah.
Roll20?
Yeah, we're going to use Roll20 for the dice rolls because it appears on the screen. I'm not sure if this one does or not. I've never used anything but Roll20 and D&D Beyond.
Okay,
You-
I do
Actually-
have it. Yep.
Do you
Go ahead.
do you have Roll20 the game set up in Roll20 already? Because
I
if
do
you
not yet. I'll have to figure out how to set it up.
okay, because it often takes a long time to get set up in Roll20.
Yeah. So for today, I sorry.
Yeah, that's all. If you've played in my one shots, you know that we spend the first hour setting up characters a lot of times.
Yep. The other thing is that since you've created the campaign in here and we're all invited to it, you should be able to see our dice rolls. I have some really cool dice in D&D Beyond.
Okay, well then we'll just use D&D Beyond
here-
the whole thing.
Well, the problem with that
I
though
have
is you
another-
can't do maps or anything in D&D Beyond.
This is true.
Oh, you want to bet?
Right.
Oh,
No, I really like Roll20. I think
Because there are no maps associated with the campaign to see, but I have stuff that I could put into Discord chat so you can see a map and decide where to go.
Yeah, I really like Roll20 for maps.
could you see that?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
up at the top of my screen.
Where I didn't see anything.
And then
Look
I
at-
clicked on it and it pulled over a game log.
What are you saying you could see?
I
At
just
the
did a
top.
roll for Vicious Mockery.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have a question about rolling too, because I actually like to roll real dice. I mean, I have no reason to lie. I'm an adult. Often the bad rolls are more fun than the good rolls.
All right. Yeah, I have no problem with you rolling dice on your own and letting us know what it is.
Cool.
Because I trust everybody on this campaign. Even though this is the first time that I have met Ice Shadow. Seems like a nice guy.
Fool another one, yes.
I've heard a
Uh-oh.
lot about Ice Shadow, but I never met.
I've
Shadow.
actually heard him during mandatory fun nights yelling from across the room
While
at
playing
whoever.
Hearthstone, yes.
Yes, indeed, yes.
And DP, you actually have gamed with him. He
Right.
plays Trevelyan and Elkarth in WoW when he goes to New Breed.
Yes, but I don't think I was aware of your relationship with him during that times.
And Malachi has met him in person.
I think it's funny. I know you as people first.
Yes.
Well, it's like the
Actual
whole thing
3D
with
people.
Nikala and Tetsemi. I knew them before I knew Kenny.
Oh, interesting. And I know how you met, or how you got connected.
Well, so when the very first Nerdtacular I ever went to, I chatted with Malachi like day one for a few minutes. And that's how I met her.
Cool. I started too late. I missed all the.
And I think
Nerdtech
we've seen
nights.
each other at every one ever since.
Yep. And we made decisions to hike down a mountain in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Bad
That was
decisions
the
if
last
you
one.
didn't use sunscreen. Jeez.
But again, it was like rolling a one.
Lobster!
It was way
Yeah.
more fun that way.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you get
Pretty much.
We had a ton
Kenny-
of fun.
Kenny, did you get lost though?
No, thankfully it's a well-marked path, and I was with a large group of people, so no, we didn't get lost. But
And you didn't fall off a cliff or anything?
no, I did not, because we were really up on a mountain. I'm glad I didn't fall off a cliff.
Yeah, but you're usually with a pretty large group of people on mandatory fun night too.
Yeah, that's true.
The difference is game maps I struggle with. In real life, not so much. I don't know why. My brain just works that way.
All right, so then we'll be meeting at the 28th again for the next one, and that's when we'll start the adventure. Or would you like to get started now?
I want to start now.
I could certainly start.
Yeah.
Have the time.
All right. Let me pull up the adventure.
But
Especially if we're just going to stick to being in D&D Beyond and not worry about Roll20.
yeah, although I really like Roll20, like I said, so if you want to explore that, I would appreciate it. But I can do Theater of the Mind too. The nice thing about Theater of the Mind is a lot of times you get people with totally different conceptions of what's going on.
Yeah, I find it very helpful to be able to see a game map of where my character is in relation to the other, both my friends and the potential troublesome things. But I would like to get started today. I can do Roll20, but if you get it set up.
Right, and that's a lot more work for Kramer, so he might not want to do that, and I don't want to give him extra work.
I had to remember how to pull up the book and campaign here.
Well, I'm really excited to be a part of this thing. I have been looking for a long campaign for 3 years now and haven't found one.
Okay, don't make fun of how I read because I'm reading with a magnifier and I stutter sometimes when I'm
Oh,
reading.
no problem.
Trying to keep up with stuff. But this is your starting campaign here. You are nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains. Is the mining town of, great, my arrow's over the top of it, Philandian, which consists of 40 or 50 single log buildings, crumbling stone ruins surrounded by newer houses and shops. Ooh. Showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. I'm going to butcher this name. Fandalen.
Fandalvin.
Yeah. Residents are quite hardworking folk who come from distant cities to eke out a life amid the harsh wilderness. They are farmers, stonecutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and children. The town has no walls and no garrison, but most of the adults keep weapons within easy reach in case of need for arms should arise. Visitors are welcome here, particularly if they have come to spend or news to share. The Stonehill Inn at the center of town offers modest lodging and meals a couple of doors down from the inn. Posted outside the town's master's hall is a job board for adventurers. One other thing I forgot to say is you each have 10 silver pieces starting off with, if you don't have any money on you already.
Okay.
Gonna check and see what my character has on her.
I had 0.
Because I'm
so
not
this
sure
is
if
good.
you get money or just starting good.
It depends on how you set up your character. But I had no cash, so that's good.
My character looks like she's got 5 gold, but I can adjust that to 10 silver.
Nope, 5 gold is fine. If I'm just saying, if you didn't have any money, you get 10 silver just to start.
What's that under? I'm looking at my inventory, but I'm not
It's
seeing anything. And I'm not
inventory.
sure if that's because I don't have any money or.
It's inventory on the upper right.
And you set it up with kind of your.
Okay, yeah, I've got none.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take the 10 silver then. I think I just didn't put anything in because
It's
I
your
didn't know
background.
if we were going to have any other
It depends on your background
things that
and
we
how
were
you make
doing.
your character.
Right, depends how you set it up.
Yeah, I find different DMs like to do money different ways.
This is also something that I forgot to ask earlier. Are we going to worry about encumbrance and things like
No.
actual carrying, like food and drinks and stuff?
I as a DM, I don't worry about that too much.
Oh, good, because that is annoying to track. Did we carry enough rations?
Right.
Or if that 500,000 copper in your bag that somebody just bought off your broker or whatever, just having it all of a sudden slows you down to you barely move.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to role play having to go to the bathroom.
There are no outhouses in D&D. I once was in a game where it was a dungeon crawl game, and they came into a room and there was, I can't remember, it was like 10 million gold all in copper coins. And people said, yeah, that's not treasure, that's a copper mine.
All right, so we've made our way into Fendalen.
Okay, hold on one second. Please elect somebody to be your group leader that you guys will be following.
Not it.
Nice.
My charisma is -1. Well, my charisma modifier.
We have a bard. Probably has pretty good charisma.
He does have good charisma, but he's 14 years
Oh,
old.
yeah.
So you're calling her the Pied Piper?
Actually, I have a very, very good charisma. 17. So
The other part of it is I'm 7'4", so.
Oh, you're a
That's a
small
good
Goliath.
spokesperson.
Although a cleric is also very learned and well spoken.
I could probably be the voice of the party, but I will need a lot of advice.
Yeah, my character is basically one of those strong silent types that lets his weapons do the talking.
You guys talk about it amongst yourselves and elect one.
Although I'm kind of screwed up, so I might not be the best.
I nominate
Take
Koenig
part.
if she's playing a cleric, because, like I say, tend to be the learned types, even if their charisma is low.
And if you travel a lot, in theory, you know how to speak to people in different places.
Okay, I will let you all know that I am not great at roleplay. So I am willing to pretend to be the leader, but you guys are going to have to give me a lot of coaching as to what you want me to say.
If
Yeah,
there's
that's-
problem, we could always like hand leadership over to someone else. If someone, if your character's like, I've had it with this.
All right.
I think it'll be fun.
And like I say, I'm similar to Kenny. I could be the voice of the party, but only if I get a lot of advice from you guys.
Agreed there as well.
And I'm not a great role player either.
Okay.
Gusty's a good role player.
I enjoy it very much, but that doesn't mean I won't make poor decisions.
Poor decisions are the fun ones. Okay.
But I do think that any group of people getting together would look at my character and probably not want to follow.
Yeah. Okay, so Dan Kenya for now, right?
Okay.
We can always change.
Okay, well, Dan Kenya, where do you want to go? I'm going to put up a map here in Discord in a second.
Yeah, did you see the area map I put up?
Thank you. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I did not spell Fandolin right, but there it is.
It's Fandelvin.
See, well, it's in teeny little letters. Okay.
That's where my other campaign was set. So I know this
I
town
was just
quite
saying
well.
if you put up the same map that I'm getting ready to put.
I have a Fandelvin map if you want one.
Yeah, go ahead and put it up.
I also have a Neverwinter map. Where
When
are
we
you?
decide to go to the big city.
Oh, I guess I don't have a Fandelvin map.
Okay,
It's in,
let me see if I
it's
can
in
get
my
this up
roll
there.
20, but
It's Fandolin, not Fandelvin.
And
At
there's
least
no
according
V.
to this map. Are they they're two different places, right?
no.
It's spelled Phandalin. When I was looking at this earlier, there was a player's map and everything. Now I can't seem to find it.
I'll find a map for you.
First session, always going to be a few hiccups. Not a problem.
You're dealing with somebody who hasn't DM'd since the 1980s.
I wasn't playing D&D in the 1980s.
You're right, it's Fandelver. Here it is.
According to Reddit, Fandelver's Pact was the original agreement between those who owned the Forge of Spells, whatever that is. Literally the Delvers of Phandalin. So I guess the name of the city is Phandalin.
Yeah, you're right. I've been
But that is according to Reddit.
Yeah, what do
Which,
they know?
which sounds right, because I've actually played in the Spell of Forge campaigns, and I remember hearing it that way.
Yeah, I get mixed up because The campaign is the Lost Mines of Phandelvin.
Yeah.
Okay. Upload a file.
All right, so my question for you, Ken, becomes, was there like a call saying, hey, come to this town? Is there a flyer that I'm supposed to find? I need something to like help me know what to do when I walk into town.
Well, most things that you can usually find out are at the places where a lot of people gather and talk and people hear things and things like that. Can you think of any place that might be like that?
Oh, I'm going to the bar.
That's a good place to start.
Huh, that's weird.
You can't find the map?
No, I found the map and I downloaded it, but I don't see it when I want to upload it.
What time of day shall we be?
It is mid-afternoon.
There it is. Vandal.
All right.
Yeah, I was trying to copy the image. Apparently it didn't work. But that's exactly the map I was going to show you.
Yep. I gotta edit it.
All right, so
Thank you.
mid-afternoon, just got into town. I would look around for the nearest bar/inn where I could get a drink.
And I believe that was the Stone Hill Inn.
Stonehill Inn? What's the sleeping giant next to it? Do you know? It's that it looks like a building.
And are we all together as a party already, or are we all kind of like gonna get
You're all going to end up meeting
meet
in
up?
the yeah, you're all
All
going
right.
to meet up in the bar.
Yeah, the Sleeping Giant is another bar.
Ah, okay. It sounded like one.
Yeah,
Well, it looks like the Stonehill Inn is the one that the main road would take you by first when you came into town. So that's probably what I would see first and head into.
yeah, it's a really small town. You can see everything from anywhere, really.
As you guys approach the Stone Inn, you see hanging above the front door of the modest trading post is a sign shaped like a wooden shield with a blue lion painted on it.
Okay. What does the sign say?
Doesn't say anything. It just has a blue lion painted on it.
For people who don't read.
All right.
So would this be the inn? I hear there must be some mead in there, I think.
Let's go find out.
I have heard about mead, but from the last town, but I didn't try any. I think this time I will.
Just don't drink too much. I don't want to have to carry you back.
That's funny, you couldn't.
That's a big monk, right?
That's the monk.
The meads of the many override the meads of the few.
It
Oh.
begins.
Oh yeah, I would be there. I just realized I have a treat. I'll be definitely drinking some mead.
Okay. You
I
walk
have-
into the bar and, you see a few customers here and there. You see a bartender cleaning a glass.
Ooh, they have clean glasses.
Could they also see a small, or up at the front, something that looks maybe like a stage or a table with a short person with lavender hair and bluish skin who's about to start singing?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because you could be having somebody having to give mouth to mouth because they turned blue already.
No, that's his normal color.
Yes, there is a stage up front. Obviously, they do have bards that visit from time to time. Are you going to be up there singing a song for us?
Yes. If they walk in, is everybody walking in right now?
Well, I know Kenny and Malachi
Eric's
and
is there.
Eric's. I'm going to butcher all your names here, so don't worry about it. Have all entered the bar. The only person that's waiting to get in is because he can't figure out whether or not he has to duck or squeeze through the door is Ice.
Caratus.
Caratus. Okay, sorry, I'll call you Caratus. Now Caratus has entered the building. He managed to get through the door. What are you guys doing?
I will walk up toward the bar and ask what they have to drink for some weary travelers.
They have beer and mead, which costs approximately a silver apiece, and that does come with a meal. The meal consists of a turkey leg and also a small piece of steak, or not steak, but deer venison.
How much without the meal?
Without the meal, I believe it'll be 3 copper pieces.
Okay, I'll go for that.
Okay, deduct 3 copper pieces from your bags or funds, whatever it's called.
I'll get it with the meal. I've been traveling. I'm probably hungry. But after I take my drink and my meal to my table, I will say a brief blessing and start eating.
And obviously it comes with some grown vegetables around the area and slice of bread, the meal. Nobody wants to talk to anybody or anything?
Sorry, I'm just looking for my silvers.
Yeah. Eric's is just kind of sitting by himself in the corner, and with both hands holding his mug of ale, and just quietly drinking it.
All right, if everybody's settled, then you can see the performer up on the little sort of improvised stage thing, and he's trying to drum up support for people to be drinking, and he's singing, "Here's to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around in good company. Here's to the drink that we share." And he, has a couple more things like that, and then he starts playing his bagpipes, a little jaunty tune, and we'll do that for a little bit. Hopefully, folks enjoy listening to it.
What instrument does he play?
Bagpipes.
Oh, okay.
So things like that, and then
Hard to sing while you're playing bagpipes. But...
Right. Well, he sings, and then after he stops that. All right. How about this? Hold on.
If that's the tune, he better be dancing at the same time.
He will dance. He looks like a river dance. Okay, he's got hooves.
So
So it's River Tap Dancer.
so how well did you do?
Let's do a performance check. Okay, where is that?
Did you say I should be able to see your dice?
It pops up at the top.
30-20.
Nice.
Pops up at the top in what, in D&D Beyond?
Yeah, and then you can click on it and it'll show all the rules.
Oh, cool. Must be in campaign.
I know, you can see it at the top of the character sheet. So if you're looking at your character sheet in the campaign and someone rolls a dice, it'll pop up at the top for you to click on.
Okay.
Yeah, it did for me. I didn't click on it, but I definitely saw it.
Yeah, if
So
you click on it, it pulls open the history of all the rolls.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Yeah, if you open up the campaign, it pops up in the top.
So you got a natural 20?
No, he rolled a 15 and then +5 to performance.
All right, gotcha.
Spell, whatever.
Nice.
Okay, the crowd has started cheering for you and requesting more music.
Okay, so Bart's
I-
just gonna sit there and entertain the crowd for a bit. You guys do something else for it.
I give him a round of applause.
I put a silver in his tip jar.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll clap, but then I'll lean over to Aldia and I'll say, well, if he is singing about drinking, then he's buying us all a drink. Is that how this works?
I don't think that's how it works, but maybe.
It should work that way.
Well, what is the use of a bard if they're not going to provide drinks?
To entertain people while they drink so that they buy more drinks from the bar.
But that costs more.
Very true. If we're going to continue drinking, we might need to look for work.
I will definitely need to look for work if I'm going to continue to drink.
The owner walks over to you and says, "You looking for work? There's a bulletin board just outside down the road where you can find jobs that are posted."
Thank you for the information. We will check that out for sure.
Are you guys staying around this area? Do you have rooms to stay?
We just got into town, so we don't know yet. If there's decent work here and it seems like a comfortable spot, we'll probably stay for a little while.
We have several rooms available for 5 silver per night.
Ooh.
I can sleep in a tree.
That's a bit much, but I might actually travel across the street to the temple and speak with them before I make a decision.
Alrighty, you have a good meal.
Thank you, and we do appreciate your hospitality. We're just not sure exactly where we want to stay yet.
Well, I hope you find something soon and within your cost range.
So is there anyone from the party that's sitting close to me?
You're sitting in the corner by yourself, sir.
Yes, but there's probably a table next to it.
Well, you have some of the other crowd members around. You can go around and introduce yourself to people.
Don't want to do that. So I'll just sit here. I will look suspiciously at everyone.
You might get slapped for that.
I feel your eyes on me, and I turn and just look, and you see my eyes sort of glow. But you seem sort of harmless, so I look away. But you know you've been noticed.
Someone with glowing eyes. That doesn't sound good.
Well, I'm an Asmar, so yeah.
And when you pass over my gaze, I look back at you. My eyes don't glow, but my eyes are like ice blue. And I have like granite gray skin with granite flakes. It's like Goliath version of Freckles.
That's true. We never actually described what we looked like.
I know somebody has blue skin and purple hair.
That is true.
Plays the bagpipe.
Yeah, when you look over at me, you see a pretty scruffy looking human. Probably needs a bath.
I'm sorry, but who's scruffy looking?
That's Eric's, my
Never
character.
mind.
Who are you
Who
calling?
are you
Scruffy
calling
one.
scruffy looking?
Nerf herder.
Yeah, he's probably a nerf herder, if you ever heard of a nerf. And so, but he's pretty private, kind of looks a little bit nervous with all these people around.
In my case, I've got stark white hair, which you would mistaken on most people for someone of an advanced age, but from my facial features and complexion, you can tell I'm a lot younger than that would make me appear to be. I'm about late 30s to early 40s, maybe. And my eyes are very glowy. Not white, but sort of almost like a golden white color with a little bit of a blue sheen undertone. That's sort of hard to describe what I mean, but yeah.
And you're an Asmer?
Yeah. And I am sitting with the monk, so I'll let her describe herself because I have no idea what she looks like.
Elfield is a female human monk. She's kind of mid-30s, and she is reasonably tall. Not super tall, but reasonably tall. Kind of dirty blonde hair. Well built. Again, not super huge or anything, but definitely wiry and someone who spent a lot of time outdoors. Oh, human if I didn't say that.
Now you're saying she kind of looks like a tall Grace Jones, if you remember her, and how built she was built, but not built like a professional wrestler.
Like a
Probably a
professional
little
monk.
bigger than Grace Jones. Grace Jones was really small.
Okay,
Elfie is
I
a
was
little.
trying to
She's
get
a little bit bigger. Think
She-Hulk,
Norseman.
Norseman. Okay.
That's where I took the picture from.
Okay, the bartender is walking up to the bard and giving her 5 pieces of silver for her performance. So you can add 5 pieces of silver to your thing, plus the silver that Dankenia put in your cup.
So 6 pieces of silver.
Nice.
And I will say, thank you very much. Was this performance sufficient to get a room for tonight for free as well, as you mentioned?
I believe we can work a deal with that. Will you perform again tomorrow night?
I will. Tomorrow
Sounds
night or
good.
afternoon into the evening. Yes, you got it.
And as a bonus, I'll have one of our waitresses bring you a meal.
Thank you very much. So Warwick has finished his performance, and he's going to look around the room and notice the table with 3 people who are new. So he's gonna go sit down at whatever table is closest to them and wait for his meal to arrive. Oh, do I get an ale with that?
Yes, the ale comes
Okay,
with the meal.
great. So Warwick's gonna go sit down at that table and wait for the meal and kind of smile at probably the Asimar.
Okay. You have sat down at a table that contains a scraggly person that looks like he hasn't bathed in years, and he looks petrified that somebody has sat down with him. And his
Okay.
name, he's got a little sticker with a name saying Eric's on it. No, just kidding.
So I
But-
noticed
Oh.
that the scraggly person has not had a meal. I know that Alfred decided not to eat due to cost. I don't know.
Oh, no,
Karatis,
I
did you
ate.
grab a meal? Oh, you did eat? Okay.
I did eat.
Karatis, did you grab a meal when you got in?
I did not.
Okay. So I noticed that there are a few people without meals, and that makes me feel a little bit bad because everyone should eat. So I will get the bartender's attention and ask for meals for Eric's and Karatis so that they can eat as well, because it's not fair for us to eat in front of them.
Okay, the bartender comes over after you signal to him that you want to talk to him. And what can I do for you?
And I will say thank you, but I have already eaten.
So I'll say I'll point at the scruffy one, Eric's, and says, "He looks hungry. Get him some food."
Okay. Bartender disappears and comes back a few moments later with a plate of food and lays
Oh.
it down in front of the scruffy looking guy.
Well, do I notice that she ordered it?
Well, we're all
For me?
sitting
Well,
right
you-
near each other.
Okay.
Were you
Well,
for roll for perception? I'd say.
Well, I'm trying to think of the skill that would be to be able to notice him. I'm trying to think of what that is.
Perception,
Perception?
maybe?
perception. Well, I actually do. I get what is it called? Advantage, because I'm being very paranoid and watching people closely.
And I wasn't subtle, so yeah.
Yeah, okay. I will give you a plus on it. Well, you don't need it. 23.
23 is that's with advantage.
Okay. You did notice.
So I will. Dan Kenny, what's your character's name?
Aldia.
I will bow to LD and say thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
You're welcome.
My name is Eric's.
Nice to meet you, Eric's. I'm Aldia. So I'm guessing we're all sitting around eating.
You're
I
all sitting
hadn't
around eating,
actually
but
meant to sit down at the same table with Eric's, but let's just go with that.
well, you did say you were going to sit at the next table.
The next
over.
table, I did.
Did
Yep.
So I will say, while you are a very good bard, I appreciate your music.
Thank you. Audiences, the response from people enjoying my music helps me to improve. I'm still kind of new at it and am not very sure of my skills, so I appreciate your saying that.
Yeah,
What are
well,
you good at?
this and that. Uh, and I will use prestidigitation and make him sparkle. Maybe I can do that with your next performance. So there's these flashing lights around you.
Oh, that's fantastic. And he's going to cast thaumaturgy.
Okay.
Whoops, that's an at will.
Thaumaturgy is a cantrip.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
should be able
cantrip.
to do
Yeah.
it
So,
anytime you want.
how do I guess I just cast it. I just say I cast it. And the all the windows the window shades are they open or shut right now? It's
Well,
the
currently
afternoon.
during the daytime, they are
They're open.
pretty much half of them are open and half of them are closed because there's a part of the bar that's kept in shadows or darkness more for that particular type of craft.
So he's just gonna kind of quickly and gently, not loud slamming, all the windows are gonna switch open and then shut or shut and then open.
Did you do that?
I did. Isn't that fun? I really like your
That is fun.
sparkles too. So you look like you traveled a lot. I actually, I travel a lot too.
Well, not really. I started in Neverwinter probably 6 months ago. I haven't explored much of the world yet, but I'm willing to. They said there's jobs listing
Yeah,
outside.
there's the hall right outside around the corner, and they put posters on the wall for things that they need people to do. I was actually thinking of checking that out as well while I'm here. I've only been here for a few days. And I like performing, but I usually come to a town and then, look for a couple of jobs and see what's up and then, move along to the next town. But I'd really like if it looks like those other people at the table next to us maybe might are be looking for the same sort of thing. It'd sure be easier to do any job kind of things if maybe we should group up.
That's a good idea.
That white-haired lady looks really nice because she bought you that food.
Yes, she did.
Did they give
I'm
you the good turkey legs?
I don't know.
Oh, you should
Haven't
try
had
them.
haven't had a turkey leg from here before. Actually, I haven't had a turkey leg for a long time.
Has my food arrived yet?
Yes, the food has
Okay.
arrived for
All
everybody.
right. So Warwick just starts, like a teenage boy, eating his turkey leg first, and you know, wiping his mouth with his hand and taking, smallish sips of ale. He's not trying to get drunk, just washing things down. And he probably would have already asked the bartender to give him like the most watery because he wants to perform well.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything, introducing themselves?
Well, at this point, as they're getting into their meal, Warwick, you notice this kind of medium tall female, dirty blonde haired woman sort of leans back and kind of into your eye line and goes, hey, little bard, you were singing about drinking. Does that mean you're going to provide drinks? Is that how this works?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not how it works. It's supposed to make money for me so that I can survive. I wander around and I go to the inn and ask if I can sing for them, and then they give me, usually food and a place to stay, and I help them, make a better environment for their customers so that they will. That's how we trade off. But you know what? You guys seem really nice. And so he goes up to the bartender and says, could you please, I will pay for a drink for those 3 people and the guy at my table. How much will that be, please?
I'm just playing with dice. You can ignore that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember the currency exchange. I think it's 10 copper with 1 silver, or is it 100
Yes,
copper?
yes, it's all 10 except for
Platinum or something?
not no
Electrum.
platinum. 10 gold.
Electrum.
Electrums are half a gold. Everything else is multiples of 10.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this game is a great way for young folks to get into it, to learn how to math.
Which I never did.
4 ales have been delivered to your table by a waitress.
Warwick will smile at the
Wonderful.
waitress. What's her name? I would know her name by now.
Let's see if we can get a name for you.
Okay.
And I look at Aldia and I say, see, this is how it works. You told me this is not how it works. And I pick up my mug and I'll toast the bard.
And Warwick will gently, clap the flagon or whatever holds the ale, toasting back to friends.
I'll raise
Well, I
my.
was going to say to bards, but okay.
The person says her name is Lily.
Thank you, Lily.
Thank you for the drink. I appreciate it. However,
Thank you very much.
Alfred, I still don't think this is how it works.
And
But it
Warwick
works this time.
he sings,
True.
here's to around in good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Just a cappella. The song is true.
What kind of instrument is that? It kind of sounds like you're strangling a cat.
Oh, it's bagpipes. They're actually a weapon of war in the place where they were originated. They
Oh, I
were
can see
to
that. But it sounds good,
Thank you. I actually can play some other instruments too. And he pulls out an ocarina and plays a little, quick ditty. And then, I started when I first started my barding, this was the first thing I had. Because I I was alone and I needed to eat, and someone gave me the ocarina, and they told me to stop stealing.
So now you don't have to steal?
Mostly.
Well, that's
He says that really quietly.
So tempted to ask if it was a great tree.
So that thing kind of looks like a gourd.
Yeah, I wanted an ocarina, but I chose pan flute because ocarina wasn't among what's in there. But I'm just going to roll whatever stats are pan flute.
Isn't there this is out of character, but isn't there a flute in the?
Yeah, there's a
list?
regular flute, but a regular flute would be a big long thing, and a pan flute is like short little tubes, like a traditional like satyr would play.
Think
Right, but
Zamfir.
Yeah.
But an ocarina is kind of a. It's
Yeah.
more like a flute than a pan flute.
I guess. Yeah, you know what? I couldn't put ocarina in there, so but that's actually what he has. If there's such a thing as any kind of performance check, I don't think there is. I think it's the same performance check no matter what
Yeah, it doesn't
I'm
matter.
playing.
You
Yeah.
can just color it any way you want.
He's also got a token, which is a small box, sort of like a music box, maybe a little bigger. Only you push buttons on it and it plays a tune.
Oh,
It's
cool.
sort of like a video game music box. So he'll pull that out and kind of, play that for a little bit.
Is that something you can sing while you do it?
Yes, that would be something that I'd be able to sing while I do it, but I'm just going to say that he's not all that proficient at it yet, and so he's, just kind of randomly pushing. He knows how to make a tune, so it'll be something kind of pretty, but you know, he's just kind of playing with a toy in front of him. That's all. He's trying to impress them.
A little ditty about Jack and Diane.
There you go.
Just so you guys know, it has been about 2 hours, roughly, since you guys have walked into the Stone Hill Inn.
We have been here chatting for a very long time.
Hang on, no, you were there for the performance of the bard, and now the bard is sitting there eating, and you're eating as well. So half that time that you were in there, you were listening to the bard.
So when I'm done with my meal, I'm going to go out and take a look at the notice board and see if there's any job I can do.
Work's gonna get up and follow him and say, "Hey, you guys want to come too? We're gonna go look and see if there's some work to do."
Sounds like a plan to me, and I'll get up and follow.
Bye,
I think to
Lily. Thanks
myself-
very much. See you later.
I think to myself, these guys are going to get themselves in trouble. I better go out with them.
I just carry the last of my meal with me and follow them out, still eating.
Yeah, I'll take the last drumstick and chew on it as I leave.
Okay.
Alright, so we walk over to the bulletin board and take a look to see what might be available for us to do.
All right, let me find the 3 quests that are listed there and read them to you.
And I checked. I can read.
Because I am assuming that you are all reading.
I think
Yeah.
everyone can read if they have an IQ of 8 or more. I think by rules. Although it's fun to play a character that can't read.
Karatis can just barely read.
Intelligence of 8. That's all I need.
Work kind of looks around at Karatis and wonders and says, "Wow, those letters are the script is a little hard. Is anyone else having trouble reading this? Do you want me to read it out loud?"
I can sound it out. Hang on.
So what's it say?
One is
yeah.
asking for people to go into a dwarven excavation site to inform them of the dragon that has come into the area.
Huh.
So it looks like this one wants us to go tell people about a dragon.
Yes.
Whoa, I've seen some dragons.
You've seen
They
a
are not.
dragon?
Oh yeah, 4 of them actually.
Well, why would we tell people about the dragon? Why
Oh,
wouldn't we just deal with the dragon?
Mm,
Have you seen a dragon, little one?
I would love to watch you deal with the dragon.
no, he'll be quiet. Like, no, no, not you. You need a much more armor and stuff. They're really dangerous. It would be really helpful. People should know if there's a dragon in the area. But what else do they
Yeah,
need then? But we definitely don't want to go messing with the dragon yet.
All right, well, let's see what else is listed here.
You also notice that at the bottom of the thing it says 25 gold to complete that work order.
just to tell them about a dragon.
That's what it
Sounds
says.
like something might be kind of dangerous in that mine.
Yeah. Well, what's the next one?
All right, hang on. Let me pull the next one up.
Was that 25 gold total or for each of us? Does it say on the thing?
No, it doesn't. So it's DM's discretion.
Who do we report to? Somebody inside that building?
Yes, you're outside of the town hall. That's where the board is located.
Yeah, I just
Well,
wasn't
even if
sure
we got
if
25
anyone could
gold
post.
for the whole party, that would be
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
Yeah, it's 5 gold apiece. I
Yeah,
could use
it
that.
pays well.
that's a lot of ales and turkey legs.
A lot of money that can
That
be used
sounds
to
good
help
to me.
others.
Okay, the next one is called Gnome Guard Quest, and it's a clan of reclusive rock gnomes that reside in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. And the gnomes of Gnome Guard are known for their magical inventions, and they might have something with which to defeat the dragon.
Oh,
And it pays 50 pieces of gold to go there and notify them of the dragon and see if they have anything that can defeat it.
Same dragon?
Same
I
dragon.
would hope it's not a different one. Although, okay, there was this time when I was younger that we met this.
Just don't say
this
band camp.
we no, we met this black dragon that had been attacking this town, and then we discovered it was actually twins who were pretending to be one dragon.
Trixie dragon.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they're
hope it's not twins, but 50 gold, that's also a nice price.
Plus getting something that could defeat the dragon. I just have this feeling that if we do either of these two quests, we're going to run into a dragon.
Karaj
But
is
I
standing
think
there
we should do
trying
the easy one.
to fiddle with his fingers, going, "Wait, that's 10 gold each."
And
How far away could we maybe do the excavation one? Is that one closer? Because that sounds like it might be in this mountain range, and
There
then
is
go
also
to the
a
other one.
third list.
It is
What's
the
the-
furthest?
No, there is a third list.
Okay.
what's the third one?
The third one is to go and talk to the midwife who stays in okay, let me pronounce this right. Umbridge Hill Tower, and bring her back into the city itself for protection from the dragon. And this quest will pay you 25 gold. And the dwarven one, somebody just noticed that the 25 had been scratched out and a 50 gold piece has been placed there.
At the top one? The first
Yes,
one?
the first one. The dwarven
Okay, so the
enchantment.
first one is now also 50 gold.
That is correct. And that's only because the DM read it wrong and put it on the wrong quest. That's why.
Ha!
So some guy comes up, looks at us weird, scratches out 25 and puts 50.
Yeah, the
Thank
prices
you,
go
sir.
up as when people don't take the quest. So
Hey, it's actually getting kind of late in the day. Maybe if we go to bring the midwife into town, she's probably the closest one. And I mean, a midwife, if someone needs her, like, because they know their kid's coming soon.
So do we know where that is? Especially considering my character is a cartographer and her quest has been to
You do
go
have a
around
map.
and map.
Is that Sister Grackle?
Nope, you have a map there, and the midwife's name is Adabra Gwyn.
Adabrowin. Okay.
All right,
Can
so
I
Well,
roll? Can I roll to see if I know where that is?
Yes, you can.
so since
So what is that? Perception, investigation.
I'm going to say it's investigation.
Okay, so that's
Maybe insight?
12. 12 if it's investigation. More if it's insight.
since the second quest might give us something that we can deal with the dragon, maybe we should do that one first.
You actually found Umbridge Hill on the map. That's in your possession that you took from the board.
okay, so
So do I know if it's closer?
Hang on, let me check the map. I had studied this before and I read it all through, so it's just taking me some time to get it back.
That's
That's
okay,
the way
no
it
problem.
always happens.
I'm sitting here like looking and trying to read all the things. See if it's actually on one of the maps that we have.
Okay, let's see what you got here. You do notice that Umbridge Hill happens to be at the far south end of the map, right near the dwarf's excavation.
so they're both close to each other.
Yes.
So we could almost do two at once. I look over the shoulder of the one holding the map and saying, "Could we get there today?"
Well, it's only like 500 feet.
And then all of a sudden, your monk says, "Hey, look at this spot right over here," and points to the map. And notices that Gnome Guard is right in between the dwarven excavation and Umbridge Hill.
So we could potentially do all three. But probably not tonight because we're already halfway through the day. So we might have to rest, provision, and then head out. I
Well,
guess
if
we
we
should
get
go.
started right now, maybe we could at least reach Gnome Guard and then sleep there, maybe?
Which one will we come to first?
The first one you will come to is Umbridge Hill, it looks like.
Oh, okay. I thought Gnome Guard was on the way to the other two. Sorry.
It's Gnome Guard is in between Umbridge Hill. Okay, hang on a second. You got Umbridge Hill, then you got Gnome Guard, which is actually Umbridge Hill is right in the middle, but Gnome Guard is further south.
So about how far are these things?
approximately a 5-hour horse trip.
Oh, but we're on foot.
That's the closest one would be 5 hours.
Roughly, yes. Which means you'd be getting there in the middle of the night.
Yeah, so I have cartographer's tools and stuff, so I could probably, if we do have a map, and I would have been mapping the area, I could figure these things out fairly.
Right. Now,
So we
some good degree of accuracy.
We probably
So-
should get a good night's rest and then head out in the morning.
Should we let the town master know that we're going to take the jobs before we find a place to sleep for the night?
Definitely. And maybe he has more information.
All right, I will head to the town master's hall to knock on the door and let him know what we're planning.
I'll follow.
okay, a weary older gentleman answers the door and says, "What can I do for you?"
Warwick might already have met him. Do I roll for whether I did? He's been here for almost a week.
Yeah, but you've been hanging around the bar mostly.
Oh, okay. He wouldn't have gone into the bar. Okay.
No. Not necessarily. He's supposed to be a respectable chap.
There's not a lot of places for entertainment in this town.
Well, there's the other bar.
That's true. That one
I
might
have
be
just
nicer.
posted a bigger map of the area in there. If you look towards the southern side of it, down near the mountains, you'll find Fandolin, which is in a circle and 3 X's south, west, directly south, and southeast. And those are the 3 spots you'll be heading to.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Now
welcome.
I see.
Okay, so Umbridge Hill first, and then
Then you'd have to
Nomagard
make a
and the
decision going
excavation.
left or right.
Okay, so they're kind of scattered around. Probably only can do one a day. Well, the 2 on the right we could do. Perhaps.
Okay. All right. So he's opened the door.
And he asks what he can do for
I just wanted to discuss the 3 jobs you placed on the board. Myself and my new companions are interested in taking those jobs and helping the town in exchange for a little bit of coin.
Okay. What do you need? What do you need?
Just a little bit more information in regards to, what's the details about this dragon? Is it something that we need to be concerned about now? Do we know what's going on?
The dragon is new to this area and has been causing havoc all over the place.
What color is it, and does it have a name?
It is a white dragon, and we don't know what it's called because we haven't decided to name it because we don't want to keep it.
Is it an adult dragon?
Most of us are screaming and running and hiding, sir. We do not know whether it is an adult dragon or a medium dragon. We don't usually deal with these people all the time.
Okay.
What's it doing? Is it breathing fire on everyone, or?
Well, right now it's causing havoc by throwing the orcs all over the place, and they keep raiding our village.
Well, then it's helping you.
Yeah, by having the orcs come raid our village. Are you serious?
Oh, I thought he was saying he was stopping them from raiding your village.
So
But
the
please
dragon
know what you propose.
is making its at least temporary home around orcish areas, and so the orcs are raiding villages because their stuff is getting destroyed. Is that right?
Yes, and the dragon is also coming down here and eating our cattle as well as our citizens.
Oh, that's bad.
That is very bad.
In fact, some people are thinking of
Oh.
packing up and leaving.
I just noticed where Umbridge Hill is. That's not very far.
So we're figuring that in the morning we will head toward Umbridge Hill Tower first, and then circle through to the other areas. Is there any way we can get horses to help make our journey a little bit more comfortable? Because we're all on foot. So,
Or a cart.
or a cart, or some way to travel so that we can get there a little bit quicker than it would take us as we are now. Because I'm assuming that speed is imperative.
I will see if I can make arrangements at the stables. Check back here in the morning and I'll let you know what we have discussed.
Okay. Thank you. We'd appreciate that. We're going to find a place to stay for the night, and we'll be back in the morning.
All righty.
Thank you, sir. And I'm sorry, may I get your name again?
You can ask.
I always forget
Dave.
to ask names.
Magistrate Dave.
Well, that's the thing. Having a like a website open for children's names, you can just click a letter and then pick a name off of that list.
Yeah. There's also websites that will give you fantasy names and things, which is a good thing to have open.
I make a habit of writing down interesting names of people that I get emails from at work. The most recent one was Lucius Wedge.
Wow.
Oh, that's a great name.
Isn't it?
Wow.
I might use that for a non-player.
The other one is Beckius and Polly May.
Sounds like an entertaining duet.
Yeah, I thought, Beckius Maximus would be a great paladin name, or barbarian.
You could have Beckonus Maximus. It can beckon you close and then whack off your head
Yeah,
with their sword.
I was just thinking, like, don't call me Becky. that would be her
That
line.
works.
Or a boy named Sue.
Isn't that a song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Movie too, right?
Is it a movie?
His name is Jonathan. And
Okay.
he says, you don't need to worry about my last name. I just go by Jonathan. Everybody here knows me.
Thank you. Are you Magistrate Jonathan? Do you have a title or just Jonathan?
Mayor.
Mayor Jonathan. Okay.
Mayor Jonathan.
I love this town. You're all really friendly and hardworking.
Why, thank you.
Nice to meet you, Mayor Jonathan. I am Aldea Hecka.
Well, I hope you're able to solve our problems here.
I am Warwick Savoir-Faire, and it is a pleasure to meet you. And he bows with a little bit of a flourish.
I guess we need to find a place to stay for the night.
Yep. Can you recommend a place that's very, very cheap?
We don't have cheap in this town. But let me see. You can go to check at the Stonehill Inn and also the Lion's Head Coaster.
What's the Sleeping Giant? Is that just an inn or a restaurant or something? Because that's right next to the Stonehill Inn. Or do you not know?
I'll be honest, it's not listed here anywhere.
Huh. Okay. Well, it doesn't exist in this particular campaign then.
In,
It may have
in
been something for the other quest that's in this area or module that's in this area is the Mines of Fendelver or something.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
it's in the Lost Mines of Fendelver. It's a CD bar.
Okay.
See, it wasn't listed here for this module. Sorry.
Yeah, then it
No
doesn't
worries.
exist. It burned down because it's too seedy.
All
Or
right.
because they got on the wrong side of the owner of the Stonehill Inn.
Yeah.
All right, so after we've concluded our conversation with the mayor, I will head over to the temple, the Shrine of Luck, and see if perhaps they could put up a traveling cleric for the evening. And any of her companions that would like to join her.
Work is going back to the Stonehill Inn because he has accommodations there. Does anyone want to stay at the Stonehill Inn? I'm going to be there.
I'd like to stay there. I can't afford it though.
Question for somebody here. What is your deity, and whether or not your deity would have a problem with the deity known as Timora, who is the goddess of luck and good fortune?
So I think I'm gonna go with Saloon, because that's a twilighty type deity.
And they have whiskey.
I didn't think of that. I don't think they would have a problem with that, but let me check.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with all the deities now in Dungeons and Dragons anymore.
My deity is Hor, Hoar, which is can be somewhat evil. It's a god of vengeance. So
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah,
You might not be welcome.
Yeah, so my deity alignment is chaotic good, which fits domains of knowledge, life, and twilight. I don't think she'd have any problem with Tamora. But I'm still reading this page because it's got a lot of information.
mine is lawful neutral. I wouldn't have any problem.
When you arrive at the temple, you see a note saying the temple is closed for a month. We'll be back in 1 month. We've gone out visiting our parishioners or something. I'm not sure what they'd be called in Dungeons and Dragons.
Congregants?
Followers, maybe?
Followers, there you go.
Yeah, and it's signed by
Worshippers.
Sister Garele. It's spelled Grareele.
Gorel.
Oh, I see that one on the map. Right next to the Shrine of Luck. There we go. Hey, maybe we can even find the priestess and her other people while we're out.
Yeah, I guess getting free room and board here for the night is a bust. We'll probably have to pay for it after all.
So I'm going to go into the inn and ask the bartender if I could sleep in the stable, or how much he would charge for that.
The bartender looks at you and says, I'll tell you what, you go ahead and sweep up around the bar here and clean those tables and stuff like that, and you could stay in the stable.
Okay, I will do that. I've got a job. Ha ha.
How much was it to stay at the inn?
5 silver pieces.
Oh, and I did double check, and yes, my character would have no problem with Tamora. She's actually, Selena's actually worked with her in the past in
Yep,
Okay, cool.
the history.
they're both good.
Yeah, my god is Tyr, and he's a lawful good, so I think he'd be fine.
I guess we're heading back over to the sleeping, the Stonehill Inn. I'll go ahead and talk to the bartender and let him know that, this place has now become highly recommended. And yes, if he still has a room available for the night, I'm interested.
Well,
And
we have
you see me
3
sweeping
rooms
up.
right now. So who wants the rooms now? You want one off? It'd be 5 silver pieces for you.
So I'll
The
take a
bard already
room.
has a room, so
So the bard has a room, and he's sleeping in the stables. I want a room. So you have what, 2 rooms left then? If I take one?
yes.
Do you have a bed big enough for me?
I don't think so. However, we can string up a hammock of some sorts to accommodate you if you have no problem sleeping in that style of bed.
And the
For lack
stables
of
be all right?
You might scare my horses.
If you'd like to put the hammock in the room I'm in, I don't mind sharing.
Oh, thank you.
Bartender sends one of his errand boys out to get the hammock for you.
How
I
many
would-
floors is this building?
I think it's just 2 floors.
So does it have would it have like an overhanging roof?
I wish I could tell you, and I don't think so because it's not showing it in the pictures or anything. And I'm not exactly familiar with how it would have been built back then.
Well, as the DM, take like a 20-sided dice and odds it has a roof and evens it doesn't.
Well, I'm sure it has a roof, but whether or not it extends, I'm just kidding. But yes, it does have a part that extends a little bit.
Okay, then Elf is going to figure out which window is the one to Aldria's room, and she's going to go up on the first level of the roof and just tuck in under the second level of the roof and pull her cloak around her, and she's going to sleep there.
Sleeping in the rafters, huh?
Yep.
First thing I want you to do is to do a perception check on intelligence, or is that what it be? Intelligence?
Perception is
she
wisdom.
notices- Perception. Okay, on a wisdom check to see if you notice which room is Aldi's. No, just kidding. Not calling it Aldi's
18.
after the store. Okay, you know what room she's in. Now do a skill check to see if you're able to climb it without making any noise. I guess that would be dexterity
Or
Performance?
acrobatics.
Yeah,
or
acrobatics.
acrobatics. Okay, do you have acrobatics for your skill?
Yeah,
Monk
it's
should.
on the- Oh
I
yeah.
have some. I also have athletics.
Yeah, everybody
I'm not
has skills.
proficient in acrobatics though.
One or the other it would be, I should think.
Well, let's go with athletics.
Yeah,
I would get the same actually in either case. 12.
And what's your score in athletics?
That's I have +3 in both.
So instead
So
of
it'd be the
12,
same.
so it'd be 15 for your total.
Oh wait a minute, am I supposed to add my wisdom modifier as well?
Well, you're supposed to add
So,
any modifier that you have.
No, you normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
so
no.
if you look at your character sheet and you're rolling, it'll say what the plus is.
Yep.
So
Yeah, then that's it. It's 12.
And if you click on
For each
where the plus is, it'll roll the dice for you.
yeah, but she likes to roll her own dice.
Oh, that's true.
it's still a 12.
Do I need to roll perception to see if I notice her?
Yes. And that would be your modifier for athletics is strength, which is a +1. So it'd be a 12, okay?
I rolled a 16. Well,
And
I
then you
rolled an
have a
11
bonus
plus
of
the
plus-
5, so 16.
Okay. And then she has a bonus of athletics of +3. So you make it up there. However, you're noticed by Aldous. Or is it Ald? What's that? Aldea.
Yeah, Aldia.
You gonna say anything to her, or
Do the windows open or are they sealed so they can't open?
windows open?
I'll open the window and say, "Do you just want to come in here and sleep?"
No, I have slept so many nights in the open. This has a roof. I'm actually quite comfortable. You would be surprised.
All right. Well, if you change your mind, just knock on the window and I'll let you in.
Thank you. That's very kind.
You have climbed up into the rafters and wrapped your cloak around you and fallen asleep.
All right. So I will. I'll get ready for bed. You know, say my little nighttime blessing and prepare to sleep for the evening.
So Ice Shadow's all set on the hammock.
Well, it depends on how well you guys can set it up.
Ooh.
You haven't decided to set it up yet, so all you have is a bunch of ropes that are lying on the floor there in your room.
All
I thought
right.
we were going to set it up, but let's see.
Athletics.
I
Or
would
ac-
I'm
probably.
intimidated.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
say that
intim-
I'm gonna say it's an.
Performance?
I would say it's an intelligence check by whoever decides to set it up. So you guys decide between the two of you who wants to check against their intelligence in setting it up.
I am going to, whoever's doing it, I'm going to give them a bardic inspiration.
Can you
Sorry, what are we
inspire
setting up?
yourself?
They're setting up their hammock.
What I was thinking
Oh,
was
okay.
maybe the bard could figure out how it works, and then I can do athletics or whatever, and actually do what she tells me to, and set it up and see if that works out all right. Because I'm not
I-
too smart; I couldn't figure it out.
I'm pretty sure that it would be a wisdom check to see if you can follow the directions that are being given to you properly.
I'm better with that than I am with intelligence.
All right.
I'm
Gus
gonna.
is gonna have an intelligence check.
I don't know that
Wait.
tomato is a fruit, but I do
I
know not to put it in a fruit salad.
and it seems as though that something physical like that would be something that someone with a lot of like book study would have practical knowledge. I'm going to touch you and say, I know you can do this. And look right in your eyes, and you feel inspired, and you get a 1d6. Wait. An
I'm doing an
inspiration die.
intelligence roll or a wisdom.
You add
Well,
1d6 to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
If you want to work together on things within the rules, what you can do is have one of you do the help action, and that'll give you where you roll 2 dice and take the highest one. which what is that called? Dang it. I'm so stupid.
Multitask.
No, it's
Assist?
well, it's called the help action, but it gives you
It gives you advantage.
advantage. I couldn't think of the word
Oh,
advantage.
so that's two rolls then. Yeah.
So then you get two. So you could either both of you roll or one of you roll twice. Just to say, I'm not the DM, so it's up to
As
him what he
an
wants to do.
experienced DM, would it be allowable for me to inspire anyway, as well?
That
I
also
don't think one of us gets it.
Yeah, that would I think that would give you advantage too, wouldn't it?
It just allows you to add 1d6 to the dice to your ability
Okay.
check.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Great.
Am I
but-
rolling wisdom or intelligence?
Up to Kramer though.
Well, if you're the only one that's rolling, you're rolling versus intelligence.
So you're going to help?
I will help you, but I'm also going to inspire you because I can't inspire myself.
Yeah,
Alright.
you can inspire yourself.
I can? Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
it says as a bonus action, a creature other than yourself within 60 feet that can
Oh,
hear
okay.
me.
Okay, I guess you can't.
Otherwise, why would bards ever put it on someone else?
Yeah, I'm
And I rolled
thinking.
a 12.
So now roll a d6.
Gotta figure out how to do that in D&D Beyond.
Oh,
There's
just
a little thing at the bottom left. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It looks like a 20-sided die.
Oh, oops.
Yeah. And then if you want to do it with advantage, I think you do shift click. Let me try that.
So I rolled a 12 for the intelligence check. I'm going to add a d6. Let's see if I
Yes.
can. So that would be 16.
Okay, you passed and you were able to set it up.
Awesome.
as soon as he finishes setting him up, Warwick jumps into it and kind of swings a little bit, like, wow, this is really cool. You should try this. You're going to love sleeping here. And then hops out.
Do a dexterity check to make sure you don't fall flat on your face from hopping out of a hammock.
Even if he makes the check, he's going to purposely flip it to fall on his butt. Wait.
That's a performance check then.
That's a performance. Okay. $25.
Damn.
I look like some slapstick comedy version where I jump in, swing, and say, "Wow, this is fun," and then accidentally on purpose spin around and dump myself on my butt.
Yeah, do a
Floor.
double flip before you land on your butt.
Then immediately turn that to like almost a breakdancing thing and end up on your feet.
Oh, there you go. I like that better.
Now that you have finished your work in the bar, you head out to the stable.
Okay.
Now, most of the stalls are full with either horses, ponies, or donkeys. However, you do notice that there is a loft above the stables with storage of hay and things like that that they use to feed and cover the floors for the animals.
That sounds like perfect for me. I'll go find a nice pile of hay up there.
Itchy, itchy hay.
Well, I wrap my cloak around me. And I go to sleep, I think, as soon as I can.
How about you, Kenny?
I've already gotten ready for bed. I know
All
we
right.
have an early
It's
day.
Now you have woken up in the morning and Everybody is well rested except for Eric's. Eric's is going to have to, I'm looking for it here, do an animal handling check because during the night, several chickens climbed up into the loft with him and are trying to peck him, and he's trying to calm them down.
Okay. I rolled a 6.
I
Okay,
like
Can we
the
that's
see the
TM.
rolls or?
Yes.
You should be able to see it. It should be against your wisdom, which is a 12.
Yep.
You are getting pecked all over.
So I eat the chickens. No, I don't.
Oh wow, that's going to be a Skyrim moment there.
Also, the innkeeper is gonna make you pay for that.
No, I don't eat the chickens. But I throw them down. I keep it when I catch one, I throw it down to the bottom floor. But I obviously didn't handle them that well.
You have taken 3 points of damage due to all of the pecks.
Woohoo! I'm almost dead.
And anybody else that has, go ahead and put down that you had a long rest due to you sleeping the night.
But I don't get a long rest.
And then you got the long rest first, and then you lost hit points when the chickens woke you up by pecking the hell out of you.
Okay.
Pardon the line.
Okay.
So I'll head downstairs to get breakfast before we get on the road.
All right. The bartender says that breakfast is 2 silvers. He gives you a cup of ale, and you get approximately 6 eggs, 3 pieces of bread, and what looks like bacon. And that's for anybody who wants it. So if you get it, just take 2 silver out of your purses.
Mine is free, correct?
No, your stay is free, but this meal is
Oh, the meal is not. All right, 2 silver.
So I when I wake up, I set up some incense and a few little symbolic things, and do a ritual that I wake up to every day. Then eventually I stumble into the inn, and
Oh,
you
hold
see
on a
that.
second. Hold on a second. You're
Okay.
playing with fire with hay and wood around you. So
Yep.
let's see what kind of check we have to do to make sure you won't set the whole place on fire.
Well, I'm careful.
Also for X, I'd say that I got the meal for him, but I can't figure out how to subtract silver from my inventory.
Hang on, I'll show you. It's a little bit convoluted.
Well, you just click on the inventory silver.
Now, I'm not sure which one of these two it'll actually be, but they're both based on the same stat. And you get a +1 in either one of them. And that's insight and survival. So it's both tested against your wisdom with a +1 score to your die roll.
It'd be survival, in my opinion.
All right, we'll go with that then. I mean, they're both the same check, so that's why.
So I rolled a 4.
You're gonna burn down the damn town.
No, that would be a
Okay.
1.
Okay, you started a fire in the. Are you in the loft, or did you get down to the ground?
Let's see. I'd get down to the ground, I think.
Okay, you have set a fire in the middle of the stables on the ground floor. Everybody do a perception check to see if you notice the smell of smoke over the smell of breakfast cooking inside the inn, to see if you notice the fire.
Well, I notice it.
I have a passive perception of 16. Does that help?
And you are
What-
outside.
And I'm outside. I would have been up kind of right around dawn, just doing monk exercises in the morning.
So is there any water around here to that is given to the horses?
There is a water trough out front.
I will
I'm just
go.
checking to see if you would have noticed already. Your wisdom is a 14 plus 16. Oh, plus 6. You would have noticed, depending on what your roll is. Can you do a roll for me?
Who, me?
Yep.
I would have rolled an 18 for
Okay, you noticed.
perception, and my passive perception is 16.
You noticed.
So if there's a bucket near the trough, I'll probably just or some sort of something that'll carry water. I'll just pick it up and make my way to the where I can see the smoke is coming from.
You notice a rather large wooden bucket near there that looks like it's been there to collect chicken eggs.
Has it got obvious holes?
No, no holes that you can tell.
All right, then I'll. Are the chicken eggs in it already?
No.
Okay.
You could just tell that
Then
it
I'll
had
just
chicken
I'll
eggs
just
there because
okay.
of some
I'll,
broken
I'll just scoop
eggshells.
up some water then.
Okay.
And head towards the barn.
So I ended up rolling a 17 plus my perception bonus of 5, so I've got 22.
Well, you noticed as well.
Ah, darn
I
it.
rolled a 9. I'm too busy eating, I think.
Either that or you're just enjoying a nice cup of ale with your eggs and everything like that, not noticing a thing going around you.
I stand up, I look over at Karatis, and I say, I think there's trouble, and I head out the door toward the smoke.
Grab a couple more bites and go out afterward.
Alrighty. Now, who is trying to put out the fire with the bucket or water or whatever?
I am, if I can find a bucket.
Alfred will be doing, or Alpha will be doing that.
Okay,
I-
whoever is doing it, please do a performance check as to whether or not you're performing the water going on the fire correctly. Performance check goes up against your charisma?
Yeah.
Warwick would have been
I-
awake and having breakfast too, right?
I don't know. You might be still sleeping.
Yeah,
You never
I
told me
rolled a
what you do.
15.
All right, he slept late because that's what teenagers do. But maybe all this ruckus, he wakes up. Oh wait, no, because I was asking if he was charged for the breakfast, so he ate breakfast, so he's there. So yes, he's gonna help too.
Well, make sure you do your perception check first.
Okay.
Make sure you found out about it.
What wouldn't I have
Well,
seen
she was-
them running?
Yeah, if he was downstairs with Karatis, he would have heard me say something.
Okay.
I
Well,
only
then-
got a 7.
Okay, I'll
So-
check to see if you. But Malachi, you have performed
I-
that task correctly and put part of the fire out.
So I rolled a 13.
You have also performed the putting out of the fire well too. The fire is half out.
Is there
I
an,
rolled a 12. Is that high enough, or is it not?
Yes, you managed to get the other quarter of it off, and there's 1/4 left still burning roughly.
So basically, what I did is I looked around, panicked, grabbed something that looked like it would hold water, and threw it on there.
Yes. Anybody else trying to put it out?
Can I use my let's see. Can I use my survival
Oh,
to quickly grab up the rest of what is burning and sort of throw it out into the dirt where we can just sort of stomp on it? Assuming that's hay that's probably burning.
do you have thaumaturgy?
I do. Yes.
I think you can put out a small fire with thaumaturgy.
Ooh, I did
Oh.
not know that.
I can do that with prestidigitation, so I will do that whenever it's my turn again.
I only rolled a 7 on that perception, but was that enough with everybody else running out there?
Yeah, with everybody else, you just follow the crowd.
Okay. In that case, if thaumaturgy, yeah, because I think I can make a wind, right? Is that what would do it, or is it actually just putting out a fire?
No,
Well,
I thought
if you think about it, a wind would actually
Could
enrage
potentially
the
spread it.
fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
it
if-
I'm
says,
checking the spells real quick.
yeah,
Okay.
it says in the spell. I think it says you can put out a fire, but I could be wrong. But I know I can.
Infernal Legacy, so it would make sense that I can control fire in some ways.
That's a different spell. If you have controls fire spell, that would work.
Here it is. Okay. I can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute.
Yeah, it's not
Dim will make it lower, but it still won't put it out.
Okay, well, I will do that. I will use my thaumaturgy to reduce whatever flame is left for whatever. Should I roll to see how much I do that?
Yes. It would be just like you would roll for a damage check on that particular spell.
It doesn't. It's just an automatic thing. So shall I just roll a d20?
Yeah.
Wow!
Oh, that's nice.
Crit.
Okay, the fire is so small now. It's probably less than half an inch tall. You could probably put it out now by stomping your feet over it. So
I'll go ahead and do that.
Because Karatis has the
And
giantest
those are some
feet.
big feet. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have put out the whole fire at the beginning.
all right, Karatis, just for argument's sake, why don't you do a survival check?
Survival or athletics?
Survival.
All right.
You get a +1.
Yeah, I got 4 with the +1. Blech.
You feel like your foot is getting very, very hot.
Hot foot.
Is my foot on fire?
Did you lift it up and look at it?
Well, I would have to. Do I roll
Yes.
perception?
Yes.
Jesus. 6.
Wow.
I would think that would be more passive perception, because wouldn't you know if your foot was on fire?
I told him he was feeling hot.
So can I use my prestidigitation?
I want you to do an athletics check right now to see if you're able to hop over to the trough to stick your foot in.
Can
No.
I use
Oh,
With a +5. I almost critically failed. I don't like these dice.
So can I use my prestidigitation to put out the rest of the fire?
Yes.
Including my foot, apparently.
Maybe when Alfield stops laughing, she'll run over and refill the bucket to throw it on your feet.
Wet socks. The worst thing ever.
I'm
Your
just.
Goliath wears socks?
Should he do a performance check check to see how well he dances? With a hot
No,
foot?
it was more athletics with a hop.
Okay.
Yeah, don't make me quit or keep failing stuff, man.
I am just standing there watching this, shaking my head, going, "Did I really get myself into this?"
So when you look at Eric's, you'll notice that he's bleeding from several places. Looks really beat up. As
He
well as
doesn't look
scruffy.
any different than he normally looks because he is scruffy looking.
Yeah, but normally I don't have blood running down my face.
You slept in a barn though,
Yeah, but
or on the stable.
I've lost half my hit points, so so I'm in bad shape.
He does look like he is worn down and beat up tighter. Let's just say he can use a cup of coffee.
Let's go inside and finish.
Rubber Band-Aid.
Let's go inside, finish breakfast, and then try to find a store for healing potions, because I think I'm going to have a hard time keeping you all alive.
Work's gonna pull like a, I'm not gonna cut a handkerchief, but something that might serve as one, dip it in the trough where the water is, and go up and kind of wipe off his face, and cast healing word.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, go ahead and do a die check. What does healing word do? Is it 1d6 or is it 1d8?
It does 1d4 plus 3,
1d4?
so that's 5 points of healing to you.
Oh, see, I was saving that for later.
Warwick is impulsive.
Okay.
Well,
When you were walking into the establishment, the bartender happened to notice, and he walks up to you guys and says, "Wow, you can't even keep alive inside the barn barely." And he hands over to Eric's a small potion. He says, "This is a one shot to heal yourself if you get in any more trouble."
oh, thank you.
So
Is it
go ahead and add that to your inventory, please.
It's a normal healing potion?
Yes, it's a potion of healing.
Nice. I'm going to probably need that.
I'll ask him, is there a merchant or a vendor that we can stop at before we head out that might potentially sell some more of those?
Yes, there is, but however, it's run by the midwife, and she has not returned here in a while. I believe that somebody was supposed to go out and collect her, but never came back.
Good to know.
Good to know, yes. All right.
That is the
That's
Dabra Quinn. Or Gwyn,
Yep.
sorry, not Quinn.
That'll give us some impetus to get going on that.
That's actually one of the places we're going, is to check on her and get her back into town. So that's good information
Actually,
to know. Thank you.
We're going to
Thank you for
stop
the
right
potion.
here, and today is the end of session 0. We'll pick up from this point on the 28th and think about what you want to do.
Nice.
I
Sounds
just got to
good.
get ready to make dinner. It's 5 o'clock here, my time almost.
All righty. Well, thank
Yeah,
you
well,
very
this was
much.
fun.
This was great.
Good start.
Did
It
we
is a good
level
start. We do not level up off of a chicken and fire.
up?
You haven't done any quests yet. You're just trying to get started here.
Yeah,
Hey,
DP, I think you leveled down for that.
those chickens were vicious.
Yeah, chickens can be that way.
Just remember, those chickens are responsible for what you ate for breakfast.
That's true.
He hasn't had breakfast yet. He's too busy burning down the barn.
And he was also trying to burn Cordis.
So that's going to happen a lot because I do that ritual every morning. So just so you're aware.
Thank you guys for participating. I know I'm a bit rusty, but I'll probably get better.
Yeah.
Thank you
No,
for
this is
Great.
great.
your
It
DMing. You're
was
doing
fun.
great.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I hope it was every bit as random and uncontrollable as you feared.
Let's just say that so far, a lot of the stuff that has happened isn't even in the module yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my only, tip that I have from a couple of occasions I've DM'd is expect us to throw everything that you've planned entirely off the rails.
I already know that's going to happen.
Oh yeah, you put anything shiny out there, we're gonna head straight for it.
But no, this was a lot of fun for Session Zero. It's a lot of getting used to these character sheets and how the dice rolling in here works, and and how we all sort of gel together as a party. And I think it was a good first session. I had fun.
Indeed. Yes.
Definitely.
It's
And,
weird. I'm
so-
being the upbeat one and the helping everyone and like throwing gold around. That's not normally how I play characters.
So when is the next session? 2 weeks from now or
The 28th, yes.
20th? Okay. Good.
I'll put it down in chat here so you know what it is. So everybody knows it'll be 3:30 Eastern time or whatever. Scale it to whatever time you are at on the 28th, which will be the next Saturday. That we're meeting.
Oh, I just realized something. I believe I actually have a Tai Chi workshop that day. I won't be able to be here.
Oh, bummer.
Okay,
I am sorry about that.
not a problem.
My brain
we
is
can
still
move it out.
restarting after being away for a week.
Is everybody available the first weekend of February, the Saturday?
If that's the 7th, no.
Oh, it's
That's
the
the
4th.
I don't believe.
The 4th. 4th I
Fourth.
can do.
Or we could do it just
wait.
next. We could do
Hold
it
on. Let me check
next
my
week
calendar.
if you want. Since this would be the first session, maybe we should do it next week.
I'm sorry, DP. I'm married, so some of the Saturdays are usually spent with my wife, but I'm also moving, so I have to spend a lot of the Saturdays packing things up too.
Okay. Well, you could get
Ooh,
divorced.
that's a lot of work.
I am also busy on I am busy on the 4th. It's that Saturday, first week.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
not a problem.
Is there any time where you're not busy?
Are you busy this Sunday? All right, wait, no. I think both Cordis and Dan Kinney are not available on Sunday because this is their only free day. So, what about the 11th?
11th is free.
11th
about
is
you
free
guys?
for me.
DP, Malachi?
Yep, that's good.
Yep.
Okay, next time we will meet will be February 11th.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Woohoo!
good. And just like D&D all the time, schedules might have to adjust a week here or there. Not a problem.
Yeah.
I tried
Good
to make
luck
sure
with your
'cause I know
packing.
that we sold our house.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're only going to suffer a $2,500 loss on the property because it's a buyer's market and not a seller's market this time. So we got some money out of it. We got almost what we paid for it. So
Well, that's actually not bad.
That seems not bad. I
From
always
what I've
figured
heard.
by the time I leave where I'm at now, if I could break even, that would mean that I had lived here for however many number of years I lived here for very, very cheap.
yeah, we've almost been here for 18 years. So, all right, I'm going to go off here. I have to go and make dinner. I will write down in here later about the 11th, unless anybody else can do it too.
Thank you for
Oh,
hosting.
sounds good.
Thanks
Yeah.
for DMing, Kramer.
Thank you.
I look forward to our next meeting.
This
You
is
bet.
going to be fun. We have a good variety of characters here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
this is
seems
gonna
like
be a lot of fun.
not a bad balance for the party.
Yeah.
And the only thing we really don't have is a rogue. but that's okay.
Yeah, I just want everybody to have fun.
Yeah, but a bard can do a lot of the stuff that rogues can do.
So can a monk.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I don't know if monks are very good at sneaking, but they're
They can be depending on how you spec.
yeah.
Did you say
And
sneaking or
apparently how you
sleeping?
roll.
And that too. Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Yep.
Yep.
Have a good
Okay,
night.
take
Thanks
care.
again. We'll see
Bye.
ya.
Thanks much.
Have a good night, everyone.
And Ice Shadow
Later.
can be the front line, the entire front line.
Yeah, he's the entire front line.
That's the truth.
Not for long if I keep rolling this way.
Yeah. I think I'm going to probably die in the first battle.
Nah, you're gonna be fine. Do you
All
not
right,
have
I'm gonna
faith in me?
Well, you only have like 1 or 2 spells, though, right?
I have 3.
But I mean, you only can cast a couple. How many slots do you have?
So I've got 2 level 1 spell slots, and then I've got a racial that I can cast once per long rest that doesn't count as a spell slot. So I have 3.
Okay, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we should probably have enough firepower, at least at this level, to hopefully down things before it's an issue.
Yeah.
As long as we don't run into chickens.
Says the person with 10 hit points.
I also only have 10 hit points.
I only have 8. I'm really a glass cannon.
But yeah, but at least you guys are meant to stand back. Me and my 10 hit points are supposed to be right in the face of people, and I have no armor. I
Yeah.
know that monks at low level are challenging, so we'll see how it goes.
And my armor class is only 11. So if anything attacks me, I will probably die.
Yeah, so because I wear heavy armor, my armor class is actually pretty good, but I have no stealth.
Do you have a shield?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, so you probably have armor class of what, 17 or 18?
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm using chainmail and a shield, and then my weapon is a warhammer, one-handed.
Oh, nice. I love Warhammers.
Yeah, so you're the other front line.
Which it does make sense because I'm potentially going to need to be in the thick of things to heal the front line. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're especially at low levels, your heals are probably touch, aren't they?
One of them is.
I was going to say at least one, I'm sure is, and maybe 2.
Do you have Spare the Dying?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not a heal, but you can keep people from dying.
Yeah, I grab Spare the Dying. That way I can keep people from dying. That is touch.
And that's a
Cure Wounds is touch. Healing Word is not. So I have 1. So Healing Word is 1 ranged spell.
Yeah,
and then
you can Spare the Dying over and over again. Might prevent a TPK.
And then my racial bonus of Healing Hands that I can do once per long rest is also touch. So I do have 1 ranged heal, but the other ones are all touch.
I'm not trained in medicine, but I do have a +2 due to my wisdom.
Well, if we get through the first level, it will be an okay, I think. But yeah, the kind of bad guys we're going to run into at this level can probably one-shot us. But that's the game.
Yeah, first couple of levels are rough. And I know because I've played a monk in the past, and first couple of levels when you can get into the action, but you can't really get back out of the range is definitely hard. But later on when you can do like mobile and get away.
Yeah. Or go into like defensive stance, or I forget exactly what it's called, but there's like a defensive stance you go into.
Yeah.
where you can dodge.
And also you start hitting a lot more. The nicest one, I think, is level 5 when you get Stunning Strike.
Yeah,
That is a sweet
yeah,
thing.
that'd be a game changer.
Yep. You can kill a dragon with that. I know because my monk did. Actually, it was 2 monks, but we stun locked the dragon, and it couldn't do a thing. So it just stood there until we'd shoot it down.
So you
That's
asked
great.
about flying DP
Yeah.
at level 6.
Ooh. That'll be a game changer too.
Yep. Level 6 I can fly.
What's your flying speed?
Equal to my walking speed. So 30.
Okay.
Is that an at will, or is that you can do it once a day, or?
So it's a bonus action, and I can use it the number of times equal to my proficiency bonus.
Okay.
And I regain all expended uses at the end of a long rest.
Long rest, right? Okay, cool.
So you'll get three to begin. Maybe 4. I'm not sure what the proficiency is at that level.
Yeah, my proficiency right now is +2.
Yeah.
Same.
It goes by level, so.
Yeah.
For the first time, I actually have a +3 to initiative, which is amazing. I've never had a plus to initiative before.
Yeah, I've only got a +1. I'm not going to go first. But that's okay.
Well, I also have something called Vigilant Blessing. So, as an action, I can give someone I touch, even myself, advantage on their next initiative roll. So I can help people get higher in the initiative if they need to.
Okay.
And that does not have a limit.
Do you have aid?
I don't think so.
I think you get it eventually. And aid is great because I think it lasts 8 hours and it's not concentration. And it gives you, is it aid or blessing? One of them gives you extra hit points. 3 people.
That might not be that might be Life Domain, because I did Twilight Domain.
Yeah, but you probably get most of the spells that all of them get.
Yeah, like some of the benefits of Twilight Domain is I can cast a spell to share my dark vision with other people.
That I like.
It's the other people, it's based on my wisdom modifier, so 2 other people at first, but yeah.
I'm good.
So
it lasts an hour, and I have to have a long rest before I can do it again, but yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a human, so I don't have any of that dark vision stuff.
So, question about the way the D&D Beyond sheet is laid out and the way they calculate bonuses. So the skill bonuses, do those already have proficiency calculated into them?
They will, and they should show a little circle to show they're tagged.
Yeah, the ones that you are, the ones that you're proficient in, they're the little dots colored in.
So if you click on the little number next to it, it'll roll with that proficiency built in. And those numbers all include the proficiency.
that's the advantage of using the D&D Beyond, is that it does the math for you.
Right.
Yeah, it's just that, like,
Much as it
so
is
for
fun to roll.
example,
Yeah.
this one that I'm proficient in athletics, and I rolled it, and it just says 17 plus 3, and it says 1d20 plus 3, but it doesn't tell you what that plus 3 includes. Like, so is that because my proficiency is +2, my proficiency bonus.
So when skill checks are based on your ability score bonuses and your proficiency. So like my wisdom is +3, but my proficiency adds 2 more to that. So that's a +5 to any wisdom checks that I'm proficient in. Which would be the insight, medicine, perception.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So if you want to just roll dice yourself, you can just look at their cheat sheet, and then that will do all the various things to adjust. At least
Yeah, so
yeah.
if you just roll your d20 and then add whatever is in that bonus column to it.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Well, I hope that that Kramer decides to use Roll20.
It is nice once you are actually, outside doing something, and very much either when you're traveling and deciding to go somewhere, or when you're in combat, seeing, how many bad things are visible and
Right.
where you are in relation to them. Yeah, I find that very, very helpful.
Well, we're still early on in this, so.
Yes, I'm very excited to have whatever we can get. This has been
yeah.
very fun so far.
Yeah,
He's doing
I
a
think
great
it'll be
job.
fine. I'm sorry, didn't mean to talk over you.
Nope, I just was adding that I think he's doing a great job, and yay.
Yeah, especially to start with.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine, even if it ends up all being theater of the mind. That's okay. It'll, it just won't be as important to know like exactly where a character is. We can just sort of fudge a little bit and say, well, I'll move to a position where I'm flanking with DP or whatever.
Yep.
But no,
Yeah,
this was a lot of fun.
The only criticism I might have is he seems to want to make us roll a lot more than we probably need to. But that's fine.
I think that'll settle down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't DM'd in a long time, and this is, you're learning.
Yeah.
And today there wasn't really much to do, so it got us rolling dice.
Yeah, and it may well have been on purpose to just to have us do something.
Yeah, I think he did a great job. First time getting the group together, figuring out how we all work together. Yeah, I think he did a great job.
Yeah, for sure. I really want to see your husband's Goliath in a fight. I would like to rage. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think all of us are going to have fun with the characters we built. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, it got me to sit here for 3 hours without going to the bathroom. And,
Performance check.
that's kind of a record for
Survival.
me. So I think I'm going to break it off here and go do the bio thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, have a good one, everybody. I'm gonna head out as well.
Right.
Yep, I'm gonna end the
See you
live
later,
stream.
Jenny.
And, yep, see you later. And I'm gonna send it over to YouTube, so we'll have it for later. And you guys have a great night.
Yep.
Have a good one.
You too.
Take care. Bye.
See you later.
Well, that was the end of our session 0, where we started out planning and ended up doing a little bit of gaming and set up our schedule for the next time we play. So thank you anyone who tuned in and watched tonight, and I will be streaming again tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern for New Braid. Have a great evening. Catch you later.